We're not on yet. this phone, I don't know this.
Yeah.
Okay, now. All right, now it's going all right. Before it was all white and shit.
When I start, I'll say go. Go ahead and go. Go.
Welcome, fellow humans, to the Zen Lounge podcast. I'm Drew. With me, as always, is JJ. We're here at the Trail Side Tavern in Thornton, and we're here talking with AngelFlesh. AngelFlesh, one of my new favorite bands. How's it going?
Not bad.
Mark?
Man, not bad.
Introduce yourselves, guys.
I'm Crow. I am the lead vocalist, and I do a bit of programming and various multi-instrumental stuff for AngelFlesh. Thank you.
I'm Kai Spotter. I'm the founding member of AngelFlesh. What do you call me, like the producer, art director?
The Godfather.
The Godfather, I don't know, but that's what I do. I play some of the instruments on the record and just lead this bag of freaks here again. Well, kind of. This guy does too.
This is Jeff the Wraith. He doesn't speak a whole lot. He spins fire and does various fire and dangerous stunts and things.
Wait, who is this guy? Did you bring him with you?
This guy.
Yes. Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is.
Alright, I'm Slim Fady. I will be doing live bass on stage and extreme stunts for all of you.
And I am Cammie. I am the choreographer and artistic director to make sure all stunts are done properly and for your satisfaction.
Awesome. So, stunts. You guys are going to be doing lots of stunts. You guys are a band, but you're really concentrating on production as well. You have a whole choreography thing going on. Can you explain how that all came together?
I can, actually. This was the brainchild of Mr. Kai Spotter here. We got together a couple of years ago, actually, started tossing around some ideas and just seeing what we wanted to put together. We're heavily influenced by things like Alice Cooper and Guar, Ozzy Osbourne, a lot of theatrical people from the past. They kind of paved the way for us. But we had individually been solo artists for quite some time and had a little bit of success there. But really, we just wanted to push the whole project to a whole new level. Do something that really on a local level is just not being done now. And so consequently, a few months later, we were able to gather our troupe together, and here we are. We're about ready to give you guys the debut.
Debut, and also you guys have a debut album. Is that right? It's your first album.
It's our first EP, and it's called Soundtracks to Suicide. We can talk about this tonight. We just signed a record deal. Was that probably 4 days ago, give or take, was the actual official signing that we did. But we got a full contract. We're going to be releasing. It's a 1-album deal. It's going to be 3 EPs that, when brought together as a limited edition vinyl, will make up what's known as Consecration of Flesh. So it'll be a totally remastered for the LP. All the songs will be rearranged. So until then, just a couple more EPs. We're back in the studio. March, right?
Yes.
Okay, March.
And then we're back on stage in April. So once we get that full album out, we'll be cutting it off with some live shows, and then be sharing the stage with you, my friend.
That's right. You're going to be playing with them. Yep. You guys leave in April.
Yep. April 24th, I believe. Right? No, that's.
Yep. Three Kings Tavern. April
right?
24th.
Yeah.
Love that place.
Yeah, that place is great. I love that. They let me do whatever I fucking want.
Wait, he wants to speak.
I don't really know who this guy is. He keeps hanging around their fucking theater, and so we had to give him something to do. So he spins fire for us, but we're getting cut off tonight because fire's
Trail Side won't allow.
Yeah, Trail Side said no fire anywhere on the premise, out in the parking lot. We were trying to bring more people in, trying to get something really going tonight. And
is that going to be an issue in the future, or are you going to be able to do it at other venues?
I think we'll be able to do it at other venues. It just depends, and we'll get the fire marshal in on it prior next time. This was kind of a fluke show that just sort of fell into our laps prior to what we were ready to do, which was
So you guys pretty much presenting your act tonight then?
We're presenting a slimmed down version, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of a slimmed down version. We don't have all of the live instrumentation that we would like to have, but in a way, it's kind of a trial. It's a trial show for us. We've got various things with technology and stunts and things that we're trying to incorporate. So tonight serves for a pretty good trial ground for us to see what we can get away with on stage and how far we can really push it. So.
First of all, it's a bummer we couldn't have a fire because it's kind of cold out here tonight. It would be really nice for that side spin on it. First thing that comes to mind when I see you guys, I just kind of want to get an insight in depth of what is the concept behind each of your costumes, what does it represent, what does it mean? Or maybe if we could do a round table on that would be interesting.
Well, Kais has actually been in development of his character for quite some time. He was in a band called Porcelain Dolls before AngelFlesh, and he's continually been in a progressing evolution of his character. Myself, I've always done a little bit of, a showcase on the side of my face or whatever, but as far as characters of the show go, in a bit of an abstract form, what we've created here is, in a way, me and Keist are a representation of somewhat of a demon of souls, and we are battling over souls. And Cammy happens to be one of these souls that we have to be battling over for this show. And Landon and Jeff the Rave here, they play a form of like demon, if you will. One is on Kai's side here, and the other one is on my side, and we in a way, go through kind of an abstract battle over the soul of Cammy throughout the show.
So you're fighting for the girl?
Yes, yes.
Now is this good versus evil, or evil versus evil? You guys are demons.
It's kind of evil versus evil. It's more of a competition than anything. And like I said, it is a bit of an abstract, so there's no clear drawn lines in what it is that we're doing, but and I don't want to give away too much before we get up on the stage and everything, of course, but each live show that we do does portray a bit of a story, and each one will be a little bit different as far as the future comes around, and our roles in those, they may switch around, we may change them.
Are you guys fans of horror comics?
Absolutely.
Yes, I probably have the biggest horror collection in Colorado as far as films. In terms of films, this guy's seen my thing. I have over 1,000 horror films easy in my collection.
And
right
they're the
now.
good ones.
And they're the good ones. They're all the best ones.
So that's amazing. Every production is going to be a little different. Storyline, production, a lot of work is going into this outfit. And your costume. How much work goes into that every night?
This costume right here, I do a variety of different ones. The skirt pretty much always exists for the past 14 years I've been doing this. The arm pieces I interchange in and out. Eyepiece, interchange in and out. So on average, it takes me about probably 30 minutes to an hour to do like full everything. Like,
You do makeup art for any other groups or anything?
I have in the past a little bit. I've done work with various people. I used to work with a band called Dawn of Ashes, if you're familiar with them at all. Big industrial group out of Los Angeles. I did a little work with them in the past, a long time ago, many years ago, before I broke up. But other than that, I pretty much just do it for this group. Like, it's kind of like, this is kind of my baby, and it's Crow's baby. So he handles one aspect of the theatrical side, and I handle the other aspect. We just kind of take it away and run with it. So mine is props.
I heard another thing is that you have a guitarist, but he's not here.
Correct.
Yes.
So
our guitarist Josh Guitars at Weisberg, he is the guy's a fucking genius. Whatever. But the guy, he's incredible, right? The guy, he's super talented, and but unfortunately he doesn't live in the state right now, and he has family and everything outside of state. So we use the wonders of the internet and modern technology to be able to work together and continue our projects. And so when time comes for us to jump back into the studio and finish the Consecrations of Flesh, he will fly out and play with us there. And then in the future, as we are developing more larger gigs and things, when we can justify flying him out, he will be here large and in charge and all. Exactly. But for right now, we've amped up kind of a little bit of a trick for like I said, I like to use technology and stuff and kind of push the barrier of what's being done. And we've got a little bit of a surprise for you guys for the show.
We can't wait to see that. We're going to get some videos that we share too.
Awesome.
Let's talk about the music side of it. Who plays what, and that you should do around that?
In general, yeah, I'm lead singer frontman. I'm also a multi-instrumentalist. Me and Kais share, the lion's share of the writing material and stuff. As it kind of works, he's a bit of a creative engine and comes out with a lot of the main ideas that we end up developing on. He can write lyrics and everything so quick, it's ridiculous. I mean, the guy, it's just a machine. He just creates all this stuff. And me, I kind of serve the purpose to bring it all together, give it some organization, and then, of course, I built it out on top of which, and by the time that's put together, we got a pretty good demo going. That's when we ship it to our buddy Josh. He does his detail work on it and does his awesome guitar wizardry, and by the time we get into the studio, the guy that does a lot of the studio work as far as any live drums that we need and stuff, that's our producer Chris Smith out of the House of Grouse. Guy's really awesome and stuff. Currently, we are training a couple other members to be playing in the live instrumentation. Slim Fady, he'll be playing bass. And Jeff the Wraith, he will be adding touches of synthesizers, and we're working on more stage theatrics, incorporating theatrics and instrumentation at the same time, where, again, I don't want to give away too much. It'll have to be on the stage.
We're going to see it.
Absolutely.
For various shows, I'll switch out instruments. He's pretty much always for live. You can always expect he's going to be on vocals. He needs both hands. For live, you can expect me on any number of different instruments for the show, depending on how I feel and depending on how the show feels and what we want to bring. I may, he'll be on bass. Obviously, he's going to be on drums at some point, and then, I might just pick up the guitar, the synth, or whatever I feel like at that night. Whatever blends well for the story we're trying to tell that night, atmospherically. I like to layer a lot of texture with my guitars. So.
I wanted to talk real quick about the theater that you guys. Is that your studio? You guys are caretaking the theater, and
that's our everything. That's kind of like Crow's home.
That's our home base for sure. That's our home of operations. Over in Fort Lupton, the Star Theater in Fort Lupton, we do a lot of work for the guy that owns the place. We're trying to bring it up to code and do some restorations and stuff. No. Currently, we are lucky enough that is our rehearsal space, and we basically get free reign of this entire theater. We have it's awesome. We finally have a place to keep all of our stuff as far as props and equipment, lights, and various different things. And we have this amazing stage in this whole area that we can use at our own disposal, and we can set up mock stages of other places that we're going to play.
We have our own PA system, full PA system, 16-channel board, everything. So everything we need to do.
Yeah. Yep. What's that?
Great for rehearsing.
Absolutely.
How about for shows?
Eventually.
When the theater is involved right now, we are getting everything reestablished, and it will be open for business in the near future. I can't give you any finite details with that. But
I saw the marquee. Very nice old marquee. Is it the rest of the theater?
It's really cool.
It's like over 100 years old. We have old projection systems up in the attic. It's beautiful. Shit moves around in there a lot. Whether or not that's drug induced or not, who's to say?
But
you are seeing things.
And things do get hurt there. I mean, I'm a bit of a skeptic myself, and so I don't like to claim anything, but I've legitimately heard footsteps within 5 feet of me. Yeah, it's 1909 is when the theater was built, and since then it's exchanged a few hands and stuff. It used to be used for stage performances and ballet and plays and all kinds of various things. Then they got the projection screen into it. They started doing movies. A lot of the people in the Fort Lupton community actually have a lot of really fond memories of the theater, and from time to time when there's events that the city is throwing, AngelFlesh, actually, we like to shine ourselves up, look a little more prim and proper than we do now, and we like to give a little bit more, give a little bit to the community. Yeah, we give out free snow cones, free popcorn. We bring people in, give them a free tour, let them know what's going on, and you know.
We're working with kids in the community now, trying to teach them guitar and other instruments, get them excited because there's just nothing in that town for these kids, and they need something to do. So we gave this one something to do, and we have a whole troop of other kids that we gave stuff to do to, and you know. And these guys, well, I've known him for like 6 years, so, you know, him and I mean, we've worked together extensively, and it was just a no-brainer. I was like, I need the weirdest fucking guy to be in my weird-ass band, and I grabbed these two.
And then when Cammie came along, you know, that was pretty much it. Cammie finalized our troop. She was able to help us organize what we're trying to do for a live show and keep everybody in their spots. And so hopefully, I have a good feeling that all of this is going to work out really well.
Yeah, and a few hiccups in the very beginning, you know?
Yeah.
Certain people were trying to keep it a little too crispy, if you know what I mean. Nerdling on the Pro Tools.
Keep it real low, though.
You know, they drop it real low, you know? But
I'm curious about how you, when you create your songs, do you start off with like a choreography of like the theatrical side of it first, and then bring in the music, or do you do the music?
Lyrics, I think, actually start before anything.
I think so. Yeah.
Lyrics are absolutely like I start with those before anything else. I just have you know, books upon books of like my lyrics and poetry and stuff. Start with that, and then I start building the feeling with either a synthesizer or guitar. Usually those are, piano and guitar are my two main instruments. So like I start with that, build up the feeling, go, okay, this is the general composition, this is the basic skeleton structure, and then I hand it off to him and he goes, okay, cool, let's you know, and he shuffles it around a little bit, and then we get Josh and he shuffles it.
So like the music or the lyrics are the storyboard itself.
Exactly. That's the lyrics are the absolute foundation, because it tells the story of my personal life, and then that transcends into this more metaphorical sense as we progress into the live show.
I'd like to learn more about the choreography and what your role in the band. How does that work with these boys? How do you manage these freaks of nature?
This band of misfit toys. Yeah, like Pro said, I'm kind of like the cherry on top is what they found with the rest of the group. They come up with this elaborate idea, and I find some way to hodgepodge it around the stage so it actually works and it can translate in a theatrical sense. I went to school for dance, and I've been on the stage my entire life doing theater and dance. So my way is just to make sure that it looks clean, it looks organized, and everybody, their spot, their character translates well to the rest of the audience. So.
And safety.
And safety.
Especially with fireball.
That's one big thing that we're about, is we're about safety on stage. All what we do has all been researched.
Yeah, we do.
We've all been practicing it. We all make sure that this is as safe as possible with the most amount of danger that we can bring onto a stage.
And the proper disclaimers for the little boys and girls at home.
Exactly. Don't try this with parents at home.
We always say that. Please don't try this at home. You will end up in the hospital. We are trained professionals, or at least we like to tell ourselves that we are.
Did you have another stunt you wanted to do before we...
Are you guys ready to see this?
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
You got?
Normal bar stool from the bar.
Oh shit.
Normal earring.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
Thank you very much. That's AngelFlesh.